Hi, Wunsche community. I am your digital learning coach. My name is Hernandez, and this is a parent webinar or student webinar to go over some things to help further support you starting now and continue to support you if I have in the past and going into the future. So let me share with you the agenda. So this agenda will be posted in the email that's going to be sent out with you so you can make your own copy and so you have the information. In this agenda, I've already introduced myself, but I'm going to share my contact information. There's my phone number, my email. So always you can email me, and my website for y'all. So if I click here, I'm going to show you. I'm going to close everything real quick. So here is the Wunsche community website that I've created just for you so I can help further support you. If you see it says welcome to Wunsche Digital Learning, this is just for y'all. And what's nice about this website is you can go to help in the top right corner. And I've also included some helpful tools like troubleshooting guide if your Chromebook or personal device is acting up and you're trying to get into school virtually. I've also, or even in person, if your Chromebook is acting up, there's some resources. I've also included some Spring ISD resources, such as how to get into the Wi-Fi that the informational technology shared with me. I'm gonna have to re-upload that. And then we've also have some more about Ms. Hernandez. And then if you want to schedule a one-on-one appointment with me, if you go back to home page, right back on the home page, you will scroll, and at the bottom you'll see it says request an appointment. So you click it and it'll send you to a Google form, and you can request a one-on-one session with me so I can continue to give you that support. But if you need quick support, like I said, there's the troubleshooting guide so you can get that. If you click it from within the Google form, you are going to have to sign in, preferably as a Spring ISD student so you can see it, but that should work. So you will see everything that you need to fill out for me to help you. I do have it Tuesday, Thursday, but if you can't do any of those times on Tuesday, Thursday, I understand. I will do my best to help support you as soon as I can. So you can always put different times and days. Please give me a variety of times and days. Don't just pick one, because if you just pick one, that limits how I feel. That limits the time. Let's say I have a meeting. I will probably respond back and ask for a different time, a sooner time, or a different time. So if you just are open and honest with me and you share a couple different times that you'll be available, that will allow me to schedule it a lot quicker and a lot faster. If you're familiar with Flipgrid or your student's familiar, there is a way to put a help desk ticket in so I can visually see your screen and maybe respond back to you faster. If you would prefer that, that's just for if you want to do an email troubleshooting help rather than a one-on-one, because you need it faster or sooner rather than later. And yeah, there's all this stuff. So you would fill that out and then submit, and I'll get it. And then I will most likely call you to schedule the one-on-one appointment and to confirm. And then after that, we can get you the support you need. Again, that's just through the site. This is also accessible through Wunsche High School. So if you go to Wunsche, look it up. You'll go to the Wunsche homepage. You would go to our school, faculty and staff. You would click teachers and staff on the left. And then you would find my name, which is in the bottom right corner as the digital learning coach. You would click my name. And then you would see the site, and you can go ahead and see it there. And in the video, I walk you through the steps as well. Hey, this is what you need to do. And yeah, I hope this is a helpful site for y'all. So the rest of this session, I'm going to go ahead, going back to the agenda. The next part is I'm going to walk you through Schoology one-on-one and a brief overview of how to get in and how to see the navigation and what it all means from a parent and student perspective. So the first thing I would advise you to do is you would go to springisd.org. Okay? You'll get the Spring ISD webpage, and then you will go to My Spring ISD, and then you will sign in. So your sign-in should be, and I'm going to go ahead and show you both. So here's the information, but your sign-in should be your initials with your ID number following. So in the example on the agenda, and right now I'm going to pretend like my name is Jane Smith. It would be SJ and then my ID number. So if my ID was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it would be that, and then I would do my password. Now, if you're a student or parent or a parent that does not remember your password, please reach out to me, and I can forward you to the person who is resetting the passwords on our campus. There is a protocol we have to follow in order to check for safety reasons, security reasons, that you are who you say you are. But after we go through that process with the designated person on our campus, we will be able to reset your password through Wunsche High School. So please know we are here to support you as fast as we can, and just email us if you need us to reset it. And then, but you would put your password and you would go into the portal. So I'm going to put my own. Mine is different. Staff members have a different password, so please ignore what I'm about to put for one moment. So I'm going to get signed in. So you are now going to see your portal, and you are going to find where it says Schoology. You're going to click Schoology, and you have to log in through this portal. If you try to go another way, it's not going to work as seamlessly. You have to go in through the Spring ISD portal. Once you get there, you'll see all your courses. You'll see so first thing that pops up is your course dashboard with a overview of assignments you have and things on the right to do or have done. Again, it would show overdue. I'm a pretend student in some courses, so you'll see that. But then it'll also have a section where it gives you reminders of what you need to turn in, what is upcoming, and it does it by dates. So those are what's included in Schoology on the right-hand side. And then on the left-hand side, when you first get in, are all the courses that you're in. So there's also a recent activity tab right next to it that you can click, and it'll take you to your recent activity. And that's another way of seeing what's going on in the courses you're in and what's happening. Another thing you could do up here by Spring ISD, you'll see the courses area, you'll see groups, you'll see resources, and you'll see tools. As a student, most of the time you're going to worry about your courses, but sometimes you'll have groups that a teacher's doing a club through, and that's where you'll find your groups, is up here. But if I go to courses and I go to where I'm a student, this is pretty much an overview of how a course would look. So as you can see, it automatically takes me to, if I look on the left, I automatically am put into the materials area, and you will see different things that your teacher has put into the course for you to use, resources, navigate, and turn in. Sometimes there are assignments. So if you see an icon where it looks like a page, that means it's a page, and you can click the link and it'll take you and you can see what information the teacher put there. To go back, I would just click on up here at the very top above welcome, you see the parent training and pages. I would just click the pages to go back one step, and then you'll see everything come up. If it does something funky like that, don't panic. I would just, again, click materials then on the left, so I could go back to the home page. Another thing you'll see is maybe this icon where it looks like there's two talking bubbles. That's a discussion post. So you would click that assignment. It would give you instructions of what you need to do, and your teacher will do that. And then if you need to write a comment, you would write a comment and click post, and it'll pop up so your teacher can see it. Another thing you can do that will pop up that's is links, outside links. Sometimes your teachers will send you things that you need to go. If you click it, it'll show you. Right now, this one is, I think, something's going up with YouTube, but usually it'll send you out. If this happens, don't panic. Another thing we can try is you click in the far right above the gray box, is like a little pop-up thing. I would click that. And it'll take you to that YouTube video that your teacher wanted you to see. So if for some reason you don't,
hey buddy,
if for some reason you don't even see that, like the pop-up blocker or the pop-up thing at the top, then let your teacher know, email them and say, hey, I don't know what's going on. But like I said, if this pops up and there's an error, it's okay. Let's do a workaround, and that would be the little box with the arrow pointing up so it can open up in a different tab. Another thing that some teachers will offer is a PDF. So if it's a PDF, and let's say hypothetically your teacher wants you to view this PDF but also download, there is a way to download it. So once it pops up, you can go to the little download icon, which is the arrow pointing down with the line under it. You would click it, and it'll download to your system so you can open and you can follow whatever instructions your teacher had after that. Another thing that I've seen is, you're going to see this a lot. Your teachers organize their courses by folders. That's awesome. You're going to see different colors sometimes, and you'll probably see courses more built out, more beautified, and things like that. So if you see that, just again, listen to your teacher, follow their specific instructions of what they want you to do for their course. But usually you'll see something like this: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Here's what we're doing this week. Here's what you got to do. And you can you'll follow those instructions of how to get to your work. Now, let's say your teacher, and as you can see, some teachers have put anchor charts, some teachers put PowerPoints. There's a lot of things. Some teachers will put like the document. And most of the time it's just for the teacher to share information to the students so they are aware of what's going on, or if they need extra support, they can have that extra support. But the thing that is important to note is your assignments. So there's a couple different assignments. The first assignment I'm going to show you is how to do an assignment submission through Schoology. So this is not about Google assignments. This is about assignments. So let's say your teacher said, oh, you're going to upload or submit something through Schoology assignments, and it's going to have that little picture with the pencil. You're going to click it, whatever assignment it is, and you're going to see something like this. Now, usually teachers will put instructions of what you need to do, what they're expecting from the assignment, et cetera, et cetera. You'll read those instructions so you can get further insight of, okay, what does this teacher actually want me to do? But once you got what you need to do and you do the work, you're going to submit it, and that's what I'm here for. How to submit an assignment. You'll go to Submit Assignment. You'll see three different things. You'll see Upload, Create, and Resources. So the big one is usually upload. So I'll go over that first. So usually a teacher may say, hey, yeah, just upload it through that. Well, the way you got here again was you just clicked Submit Assignment. Then you'll upload it. So you can click File. It'll pull up your files. You will have to know your system. I'm working on a Windows, but if you're working on a Mac or a Chromebook, your file section will look different. So just a heads up, it will not look exactly like this. If you're using Mac or Chromebook, you will need to know your files and how they work on those systems. If you don't, on the website, I have further support of how you can kind of learn how your files work. Or you can schedule a one-on-one appointment with me. We can I could walk you through some of those steps, or you can also ask your teacher and they can help you as well. But let's say I have a file and I want to upload this document I'm just going to pick a document, a random document. I want to upload this document. I'm going to select it by clicking on it and click open. It'll upload and then I can hit submit. But wait, let's say you want to upload more than just that. You can. If you want to, you could do multiple files. You can keep adding files if you want to. You can also do audio and video recording. So the first time you click on that, it's going to ask you to allow for the Schoology to use your microphone and your camera. Say yes, allow. Click allow, and then you'll be able to see this portal. I can't show you that part because I've already allowed it, but usually it'll show you that. And then you will click audio only. No, there we go. It will say, do you allow? You click allow. And then you can click start recording. Hi, testing, hello. Once you're done, you click stop recording. You can preview it. Hi, testing, hello. Once you're done, you click. And then if you're happy with that, you'll click insert recording and it'll be there. Again, there's another option. There's audio and video. Click allow so it can allow your camera. I have a second camera, so it's recording the other side, which that's fine, but I'll record. I'll record it. There we go. So there we go. Stop. We'll preview it. I'll record it. There we go. So there we go. Then you hit insert recording and it's there. And then creates. Let's say you want to create something. You can always do create and you can type a message here. Hello. You can decorate it, change the color, do whatever you need to do. So your teacher has it. You can insert a link like google.com. Insert. You can always copy and paste too. So let's say I want someone to have this. I'll copy it. I'll go here to the link and I can paste. And that'll be a thing too. Make sure, oops, I messed up. Make sure when you do that though, you have space so the Schoology knows. And you can do a lot of different things with Create. You can play with that and see. And then resources, if you have something, if you go to apps and you have your Google Drive connected, you can also use resources to attach something. So I'm going to give it a moment to load. Once it loads, you'll see some stuff pop up. If you click it, you click import file. It'll load, it'll go through its process, and then it could go through that as well. So that's another thing you could do. And then once it goes through, the assignment is submitted. You can always resubmit an assignment if you want. And you can always go through the same steps if you need to. So that's how you work with Schoology assignments. Now, if it's Schoology assignments with Google Drive, that does look different. And the way it looks different, it'll show up differently. So let me see if I can show you. So I am not when I was exploring this course, I'm a student in this course. The other ones, I'm a teacher, and they look differently. So I don't believe in this one there is an assignment that uses Google Drive, the way that some teachers have been doing it. So what I would advise is if you have an assignment that uses Google Drive, let your teachers walk you through the steps of how they want you to do it. Yep, that's a normal Schoology assignment. If there's an error, because I know there's been errors popping up with it, what I need you to do is I need you to do 3 things, okay? I need you to clear your cookies on your device, on your Google Chrome device. I need you to restart your computer, and I also need you to make sure you're logged in as you. So for example, right here where it says guest, As you can see, I have a lot of different logins on this computer. You need to make sure you are logged in as you. So I have a couple different Vivians. Some of them are my personal, some of them are my work. I dedicate my work one just to my work one, which is how you should do it as a student. Dedicate one Google Chrome just to Google Chrome, and they do look differently. So right now I'm logged in as a guest, okay? But if you're not logged in, sometimes things will act funny to, or if you're logged into a personal account and you're trying to do Schoology, even if you got in through the portal, it'll still act funny sometimes. So you want to make sure you're logged in. So how would I do that? Well, one thing you could do is you can click add. You'll see all your stuff pop up. You'll click a picture and you can title it Vivian School, Vivian Work, or whatever your name is. You would click add. It'll ask you to sign in. Get started, sign in. And you'll sign in using your username. So again, let's say hypothetically, my name is Jane Smith. I would do SJ, and let's say that my ID is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you would put at students.springisd.org. Okay. Then you would click next, and then you would use your password. So that's how you would get logged in, and then you would see your icon, your name pop up. So I'll show you mine because I'm already logged in on this one. And the way you want to double check is you would double check right here. And it's in the agenda as well, the picture of what you would check. You would click the profile picture and you would check that you are logged in. So that would be the first step. Second step would be to clear your cookies. So I'll walk you through that if an error does occur. More tools. Clear browsing data. It'll pop up. So you're going to want to clear your cookies. Do the middle. You can do browsing history and cached images as well. It's up to you. You would stay in basic and you can pick how far out you want to clear your cookies. So you decide. I usually do last 4 weeks or last 7 days. I clear my cookies once a week because clearing your cookies is important for it to work well with Schoology and everything else. So if you want to build that into your habit of clearing cookies once a week, at least on your Spring ISD account, that would be best. And then you would click clear data and it'll clear the data in the background. It won't give you any notification, but it'll do it in the background. Then you would close all your tabs, close your window, restart your computer. If you're working on a Chromebook, you'll turn it off, turn it back on, and then that should solve what's happening. If it doesn't, like I said, reach out to me and I'll walk you through the same steps again just to make sure, because I have to make sure. And then after we make sure, then we'll go ahead and see what happens. So just for full transparency, if you come to me asking for support, if I walk you through those 3 big steps again, it's because I have to assure those steps were done. So please be patient with me. I just want to make sure that we did those because that's going to be a big thing should I have to seek further help from my point forward. But those 3 things should help. So like I said, in the agenda, there is right here towards the bottom where it says troubleshooting for parents or for students and parents. There is a walkthrough of how to do what I just said. And then side note, if a parent or student, if a student is trying to get into their Chromebook device, they must use their Google login, meaning that full username and password to log in. They can't log in using anything else. Because again, it's a thing with Google. If they don't log in using that Google username on a Chromebook, the system won't understand. So you have to get into that habit as well. And then there's the help document there. And then I skipped a step. I walked you through the assignments. Now I'm going to, and how to seek further help. Now I do wish I could have shown you the Google Drive one in a separate video. I'll post it on the website of what it looks like once I get access as a student to one. But at this time, not to hold up time, I'm going to move on to the next part in Schoology, which is Schoology student assessments. So A Schoology student assessment shows up as like a little pencil icon or a puzzle icon. It's usually teal, and you'll see the puzzle icons right here. You would click Do Now. And the assessment will pop up. Now, this one is saying that it's not accepting submissions. So that would be something to notify your teacher and say, hey, I'm trying to submit. I can't submit. This would also be a good time to screenshot it and to send it to your teacher to let them know, like, this is what I see. Again, if you don't know how to screenshot, back in the troubleshooting guide, I have instructions of how to screenshot, and then you can email that to your teacher to let them know. Let's go here. I'm going to show you one where you can see the assessment. It's going to be exit ticket. Okay, so once it's ready to go and the teacher's like, yeah, it's there, it will show up like this and you can start your attempt. So you'll click Start Attempt. And you'll go ahead and answer the questions. So Mr. Brown orders, you'll answer the question, you'll click your answer choice. Now, the nice thing about Schoology assessments is right here. It does have some accessibility features, so you can review your answers at the end if you need accessibility. Let's say you need some sort of thing where you need the colors to change just for vision. You can do that. Let's say you need to change the font size. You can change the font size of how the text shows. Or let's say you simply need to zoom in and zoom out. It shows you the shortcuts of how to zoom in and zoom out. So the shortcuts would be Control plus at the same time, or Control minus at the same time to zoom out, and then to reset, Control, I believe that's a 0. It could be a 0, so I'm going to put 0. It might be a no, but I believe it's a 0, so you hit Control 0 to reset. But once you're all happy with your accessibility, you can press OK. And it changed how the assessment looked to you as a student, so you can better see it visually. If you don't like it, you can always go back and replay with it and change it to how you want to see it. And then after you answer your question, you can go and you can expand the toolbar right here. That's what that does. And then to go to the next question, you'll click Next. You'll answer this question. There's only 2 questions in this assignment, so then you'll click Review. And then you'll review. You can review the questions at the end. And you can see things. It'll flag. Let's say you didn't answer a question. It'll flag it. It'll tell you if you've unattempted. And then once you're ready to submit, you'll hit Finish. Now, there are some assessments. It wasn't in this one, but there are some assessments where you have time limits, meaning once you start the assessment, you only have an hour. Your teacher will tell you if they've done that. So that way you're aware that once you start the assessment and hit Start Attempt, you only had that allotted time. And you must submit it within that allotted time, or else you're going to have to partner with the teacher and work out something else. But again, that's usually how it works. You would click Finish. You would click Yes. And then depending how your teacher shared it for after submission, sometimes under Action, you'll see a place where you can click View. Again, it depends how the teacher created it. If they didn't want you to see the correct answers or the answers you got right or wrong, you won't see that. Like, I don't see it. I just see I submitted. I see how much time I hypothetically spent, and then I see when I actually submitted it and how many attempts I've done. Again, this teacher didn't make anything viewable, but sometimes your teachers will make it viewable right away, and you can click that and see what you did or did not miss and whatever the teachers allowed you to see once you submit. Sometimes it'll change. Sometimes your teacher will have you submit your assessment, and then they'll check everything and then change the setting to where you can see it, and you would just go back to this area. So I would go to Tuesday. If they're like, oh, go back, you can now see your stuff, click Exit Ticket. It'll take you to the window, and then you can click View. So it would be under Action, View. So that's a brief overview of how Schoology assessment works, Schoology assignments work. Again, the Google one, I'll create a separate video once I actually can see one from a student perspective, because I can only show you teacher's perspective right now. But when I have that a chance, I'll show you that. For the time being, just partner with your teacher. If an error occurs when you're trying to do a Google Drive assessment or assignment, make sure you do those 3 big steps that I referred to. Make sure you're logged in as a Spring ISD student using your username and password. Make sure you've cleared your cookies, and make sure you have restarted your computer, and or if you're using a Chromebook, turned off and turned on. You have to do that. The third one you have to do. I know sometimes we're used to just putting it to sleep and we think that's fine, but you have to allow your system to process, and the way it does that is by turning off, turning back on, or by restarting. So you must do that. If that does not work, please reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. For full transparency, I will have to walk you through those 3 steps again, just because I need to assure that those have been done. But then we will proceed and see. If you can include screenshots and email that to me, that would be great, or to your teacher. Screenshots work wonderfully because we can actually see what's happening. The way you screenshot, real quick, and I'll show you again if I go to the help document. So I take you to the website. If I go to the help document and I scroll down, you'll see different ways to screenshot the shortcuts. So for Chromebook, it is Control and that icon that is in red. For Mac, it's Command Shift 3. And then for PC, which is what I'm on, it's Windows Shift S. So I don't expect y'all to memorize that. Again, I've created this document to help you. If you need further support though, let's say it's an evening, I've been assured that the Spring ISD Technology Help Desk will be available from 5 to 8 p.m. Let's go ahead and go to the Spring ISD website real quick because I just posted it. For parents. Scroll down right here where it says Parent Student Help Desk from 5 to 8 p.m. It's not clickable, but like I said, it's on the official Spring ISD website as of today, that you can contact 281-891-6249. Again, that's 281-891-6249 from 5 to 8 p.m. to go ahead and get that support, should it be the evening. If you can't, then like I said, you can do both. You can reach out to them in the evening and then email me as well. I probably won't see it till the next day, and I do my best to respond to everything within 48 hours. Please give me 48 hours as there is a lot coming in that I'm trying to support. But I will, again, do my best to give you timely support in a timely manner. And then also, like I said, that's why I've created the help area as well, because maybe there's something where it's like, well, I might be able to fix it, and I have videos I've created to walk you through those steps. So those are quick things you might need to know. Like I said, screenshots work best. And then you can schedule, if you already know, I want a one-on-one session, please fill out the appointment. Let's get a request in. So the last thing I'm going to cover is grades. So when it comes to grades, parents need to check your grades through the Home Access Center. You do have an account. If you do not know your parent username, please reach out to me. I can provide you with that username. I'll have to go through the process of verifying who you are, but then we can get you that parent username. And then if you need to reset your parent password, I, again, just like for the students, will need to refer you to the person on our campus who will go ahead and reset that password for you. So it is possible to get in and to check your grades. Once you get in, I wish I can show you, but I don't have a account where I can show you a student view of how to check those grades. So what I am going to do is I am going to refer you back to the website that I've created for y'all. And under where it says Spring ISD Resources, Parent, Schoology, and Hack, you'll click it. There are 2 videos of how to see visually how to get in that Spring ISD created before school started. So you can watch those. The nice thing about it is if you click it, there's an English and a Spanish version. If you click it here, it doesn't show you when it starts, but if you click
file.
If you click YouTube, it'll take you to that video within YouTube. And then within YouTube,
and I'm going to find where the assignment is. Let's say it's this picture here.
Letting it load. Give me 1 second. Because there might be some information too that I didn't cover, and visually she can show you. I believe she does show you.
And I'm going to find where the assignment is.
Hold on.
Let's say it's this picture here. And
there we go. Okay, so once it loads, you're going to see little stopping points within the video. And right here, kind of like when I hover over, it says this is introductions part, and this is Schoology part. And it's about like towards the end where they get into the home access part. So they do have like, oh, that's Q&A. So they do have the YouTube video cut into different sections. So you can click to where you want to see your exact section. So the home access center part starts about 30 minutes into the video. So I would note that that if you want, you can skip the whole first part. The whole first part is just about Schoology. If you're already comfortable with Schoology or need additional support, you can watch it. But if you just want to get to Home Access Center for Parents so you can see it, it starts at about 30 minutes in, and it walks you through and shows you with screens how to actually check your grades and the different options. This is also available in Spanish right here. But if you want those things, those time jumps, you just click the little YouTube icon. It'll take you directly to YouTube with those little cuts in time. So that's how you can get more information on how to see and view Home Access Center. Again, I wish I could show you. I just don't have that capabilities at this time. When I get the access and the capabilities, I want to assure you I will create a video, and I will continuously update that information on this website so you parents can have it. So in the end, everything you need should be on this website to get you started. If you need any further support, that's what I'm here for. I'll continue to give videos, help guides, anything I think can help the parent on this dedicated site. I hope, let me make sure I've covered everything on the agenda. Okay, I think I have. So I hope you got some new information from this, if not all new, I hope it's not all. I hope the students are able already to get into their courses and have been successful, but just in case, you never know. I hope you found some use from this. And if you have any further questions in the email, there will be a survey. Please fill out the survey. It lets me know how I'm doing, how I can improve. Please, constructive feedback is helpful. And then if you need any additional support, like I didn't answer a question, you're like, oh, because that happens. Like I may have not forethought a question and a question does come up. Please fill out that survey so I know in the next webinar how to further support. We will start having in October live webinars through Zoom, and we'll send that out in our email, and that's where you'll see me live and you can ask your questions live. Again, that'll be in October. And to prepare for that, filling out the survey really, really helps me understand, okay, where are we at? What do our parents need? So I can prepare and be able to help you on that time. So I'm looking forward to that meeting. I'm looking forward to seeing the community. Again, I'm so excited to be here as your digital learning coach. And yes, just continue to reach out to me if you need anything. Thank you.